So here I am looking at more buses that I thought about buying, but ended up not being able to really come to a deal. And that's because, well, I'm a little more particular than a lot of customers, you know. This is Bluebird International. These are all Mercer County buses, but it's got a 444 with the MD3060. This one I would have shown off during my School Bus Hunter video there, but from last summer. But this one, he's asking $5,500 for all these buses, and well, not, you know, together, $5,500 each, but oh, well, there goes my camera bag. But which I don't believe is too bad of a price considering what they are. From where I'm a little bit more picky, it's a little out of my budget. Sorry if the camera angle's weird. I'm trying to restrap my camera bag, but I did get a video of me test driving this bus. This 2004 here. This is Mercer County 561. This is the last batch of Bluebird 3800s that they had. They recently got rid of them. I was down here. I'm in Pocahontas, Virginia currently. This is where they're at. This is not too far from Mercer County. Actually, Mercer County is like maybe 5 minutes from here. Not their bus garage, but the county itself. But anyways, enough of my rambling. Let's get around to these buses. They're in pretty good shape. I mean, they're a little bit better than I expected. You know, I went to go look at some Mercer County buses last summer. 552 was the one I was really looking at buying, and this one seems to be in better shape. I haven't actually looked up under it, but I drove it and it ran fine. It was a little bit, you know, I think it's a lower horsepower 444, but it still ran and drove great. Yeah, up under here, it's pretty solid. Of course, if you're thinking about buying these, I'll go ahead and leave the Facebook Marketplace listing in the description. Should still be up by the time I get this up. Hopefully that'll be tonight if my hotel room has good enough internet. But they did disconnect the warning light flashers. They actually took the flasher unit out entirely. So if you're planning on hooking those back up, then you're going to need a new flasher unit and figure out which wires go where. So that's what wiring schematics are for on Bluebird Vantage. Like I said, it's a 444, and we'll get in the inside and see it's an Allison MD3060 push button. So the MD3060 had an option for a actual, you know, handle shifter, but this is the push button. And you see it's a manual door. No AM FM radio. This is pretty much spec'd exactly the same as the one I tried buying. You know, for me personally, this is a little bit too plain Jane. I want a well-optioned Bluebird International with a 466. And this is kind of the opposite end of that spectrum. But, you know, brown floor, brown seats. That doesn't take away from it being a good bus, though. I mean, it seems to be in pretty good shape. It runs great, drives great. One thing I did notice, however, if you turn on turn signal, I've never seen a signal that took that long. It seems like it gets stuck sometimes. I'm guessing that's just something here within the steering column. But here's the switches, heated mirrors. That's pretty good. Driver fans, dome lights. Yeah, more heaters. No AM FM radio. The CB's been taken out, of course. Here's this if you want it. And there's this. Some more things I need to get pictures of. And this. But yeah, I'm gonna grab a few pictures of this one, and then we'll move on to 563, which is that C2 over there. So yeah, we'll get right back to the video and a jump cut in 3, 2, 1. And we're back. Here is 563. It is a 2007 C2 with the MBE 906. I'm used to C2s with the 926, so this was a little bit different for me to see and hear. I didn't drive this one, but I drive these every day. Honestly, given that I drive them every day, I don't really know if I want to own one, because there's a difference between driving a bus for work and driving a bus for fun for me. But you can see the interior is kind of torn apart, but looks like everything is in here. Everything that needs to be in here, you know, the bezel for the whole dash, you know, all the door components and everything, at least the trim, and there's the front fender extension, chrome grille. Switches are all here. I'm guessing that whenever they pulled the flasher unit, they just left everything kind of torn apart. But it's got 177,000 miles on it. That one shows 43,000, but I know it's more than that. And they didn't change a whole cluster on that one. They just changed the odometer because it shows 10,000 engine hours. So if I were to guess, it'd probably be like 180,000 miles. I don't know. That's just a guess. Not based on any fact or anything. Trying to... But yeah, 563 here. Like I said, it's a 2007 C2. This also has a push button Allison 3000 series transmission. I mean, whenever I started it, it ran great. I mean, it didn't sound like there's anything wrong with it. But these buses seem to be in pretty good shape overall. A lot better than I was expecting, given the last time I went to Mercer County looking to buy school buses. But we'll get to that one here in a minute. It's already sold, but I've shown this one off in School Bus Hunter. I detailed, you know, showed it in detail, but I'll show it again here because its new home's kind of interesting. But anyways, 2007 C2. Let's see. It's got a yellow roof, which you really don't see much of in West Virginia at all. Most of them have white roofs. This was back whenever Mercer County was still ordering pretty much base spec units, you know, base model. This one doesn't even have an AM/FM radio either. There's that fender that's missing, but it's sitting inside. Grill too. Don't know if this crossview is actually in there. I'm guessing they actually reused that on another bus, but we'll see. But yeah, 504 here. I showed this one off in detail. This was, I believe this was the oldest bus in service in the state of West Virginia when it was retired. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it's a 1996 model, I believe he said. So it's a 96, 97, something like that. It's got a jackknife door. I think it's all the way shut. Yeah, but I've already been inside this one for a YouTube video back when the school district still owned it, so back whenever they gave me permission to be on the lot whenever I looked at the other ones. But yeah, I think they were going to go with 561 here, these buyers, because they needed a wedding shuttle, because they own like a wedding venue business or something like that, and they needed something to shuttle people back and forth. And the lady, it was a husband and wife, the lady didn't want to have a big bus, so she said, let's buy the small one, so they bought the small one. It's kind of a shame because this is one that I really liked. I was hoping to buy it from auction, but it's no big deal. Like I said, you know, if I'm going to get a Bluebird International, I'd rather have one with a DT. I think I was leaning more towards a smaller one, but honestly I think I want a full-sized one just because I think full-size buses are more fun to drive. But yeah, there's these 3 buses here. But the one in the middle is not for sale. The other 2 are, as of the recording of this video. So if you guys want to, or if you're interested in buying them, they are $5,500 each, is what he's asking. But if you're interested, I'll try and remember to leave the Facebook Marketplace listing in the description. If he's still around here, I'll ask him if he has an email or something that I can put in the description, so that way you guys can see that if you would rather just contact him that way, because he's telling me that he buys and sells all the time, and honestly I think he's the one who bought 552, the one I was originally going to buy. So I'm not 100% sure on that, but he's telling me it's not his first time doing this with Mercer buses, or at least that was implied. So yeah, so that'll be it. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and you know, have a good rest of your day. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that. See you in the next video.